Yeah, people, we got another defector from the Tory party to reform. That's Braverman has joined reform. Is anybody surprised? Uh, it's not looking good for the conservatives, not for the Tories whatsoever. They seem to be losing people or MPs. They're dropping like flies, and they're walking right into. I mean, does reform have to do anything at this point? If they just sit and wait, they are. They're trying to take a more common sense approach, I guess you could say, or not necessarily common sense, but a more pragmatic approach. And nowadays, that's what people are looking for in their politics, especially after all the things that have passed in the past or happened in the past 4 or 5 years. People want to see their countries work for them. They want to see their countries do things in the people's best interest. And there's been a lot of politics where it's just been, let's keep it as status quo. We're gonna keep it how it always been. And anybody that's outside of that, they just have to be a fascist, you know. And then most people, I was watching a debate about fascism, and most people don't actually know what fascism is. And quite often, the people that call these politicians fascist don't. When you look at who were the fascists and what they believed in everything they did, the very people that call people fascists today don't go to the people that used to be fascists. Like they wouldn't look at Mussolini and say that was fat. You know, that's not my definition of fascism. And the reason they say that is simply because, well, to make, say, Trump or anybody else a fascist, they would have to be like Mussolini, wouldn't they, by definition, or how Italy was ran. And they're not doing that. They're not doing that at all. So they come up with this artificial idea of what fascism is and right wing politics is. And they miss the point. These people aren't fascists. They just, I would say, maybe nationalists, and they want what's best for their nations. But they're not anti-immigration. None of that. They want immigration under control. In fact, they want what's best for the country. They don't want isolation. They just want to improve their countries, and that's what people are voting for these days. And I can see why people are leaving the Tories because what are they really offering? They had 14 years to make a difference, and they didn't. They made it objectively worse and didn't do any better than Labor did, to be honest. So I'm not surprised that there's some MPs defecting to reform. And again, Nigel Farage has to be the happiest man in politics. Every time I see videos, he just it is what it is, you know. Kind of went on a tangent about fascism, but these people aren't none of that. I think these people just want, they're listening to the people and they want what's best for their own countries, from Britain to the USA. I think that's what it's really about, y'all. Y'all take care.